On an episode of Monday Night Raw 2016, Triple H pedigreed Seth Rollins and handed the Universal Championship to Kevin Owens, ditching Seth Rollins and making Kevin Owens the new face of the WWE. But what if Triple H hadn't done that? What if Triple H decided to instead pedigree Kevin Owens and rightfully hand the Universal Championship to the architect, Seth Rollins? Now it's going to be a challenging reign because down the road, Seth Rollins will be seeing some familiar faces in Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, as well as in Bill Goldberg. But currently right now, he is set for a rematch against Kevin Owens at Clash of the Champions. And these two definitely gave the fans their money's worth because both superstars were putting on a 5-star classic. And as soon as Kevin Owens was about to go for the cover, Triple H's music hit, and down the ramp, all you could see is the Authority and Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, which blindly distracted Kevin Owens, which Seth Rollins took highly advantage of and hit Kevin Owens with the pedigree to retain the Universal Championship. Now keep in mind, the goal is to see if Seth Rollins can hold the Universal Championship as long as Kevin Owens did back during his reign. And with Seth already off to a strong start, Triple H decided to give him the night off the following Monday. But even though Seth Rollins is off, doesn't mean Kevin Owens is, because that same night, he and his tag partner Chris Jericho are set to face the current tag team champions in the New Day. In mid-match, while both teams are down on the ground, out from the crowd comes the architect, Seth Rollins, which he causes Kevin to get distracted once again, which the New Day took advantage of the distraction to get the victory over the two in the main event, leaving Jericho injured and Kevin furious. The next week on Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins, with Triple H beside him, talks about how he is the now of the WWE and how no one can touch him in the ring. And while Seth Rollins kept on talking, a angry Kevin Owens sped walked down the ramp but got stopped by security and also Raw GM Mick Foley. And while Foley calmly talked to Kevin Owens, Owens decided to listen and just walk backstage and leave the arena. And while the episode of Raw was about to go off air, all you see is frustration in Foley's eyes down the ramp. The following Raw, Mick Foley would be in the ring opening the show, and he would talk about how he doesn't like how the Authority is trying to overshadow his decisions as well as his position as Raw GM. And while Foley continued to talk, down the ramp comes Stephanie McMahon, and she tells Foley that he should just listen to the Authority and follow the direction that they are trying to take the company in. But Foley doesn't want to hear that because he believes the Authority is not doing justice to the company nor the fans. So he decided to give Kevin Owens a rematch against Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship inside Hell in a Cell match at their next pay-per-view event, Hell in a Cell. And with Seth and Kevin being in light action for the weeks to come, it is now the pay-per-view Hell in a Cell. And with these two being trapped inside the cell, this causes no interference from the Authority to help Seth Rollins in the match. Well, for the moment being, because as the match progresses near the end, Kane comes out with a bolt cutter to break the cell lock to get inside to attack Kevin Owens, and once again calls Kevin Owens the match and the Universal Championship. The next episode of Raw, Kevin Owens comes down to the ring and states that he will do whatever it takes to take down Seth Rollins and the Authority. And with Owens saying that, Stephanie comes out as well and tells Kevin Owens that his time is running out, and since she didn't know that Kane was going to interfere in that match, that she will be giving him a rematch tonight because that is what's best for business. And midway through the show, we see a not so happy Seth Rollins having a talk with Triple H. But now it is time for the main event, and Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens is once again putting on a 5-star classic. But as the match is getting near to the end, and the ref and both guys are down laid out, down the ramp comes Triple H, and he picks up Kevin Owens and pedigrees him once again and causes him the final opportunity for the Universal Championship. And now that is crazy. And while Kevin Owens started a new rivalry with Triple H that should last all the way to WrestleMania 33, another one grows because a former brother and Shield member appears on the scene. But first, The next pay-per-view is Survivor Series, and they will also be sharing it with the SmackDown Live brand to see who is the most dominant brand, so there is a lot of trust that needs to be gained in order to claim bragging rights.